Okay, hey guys, say hi to the camera. Okay,
Hey.
so today we're gonna be talking about questions that girls are afraid to ask guys and questions that guys are afraid to ask girls. So let's get into it. So what do guys actually do at sleepovers?
I mean, like,
You used to.
No,
yeah,
when
Back
we-
in the day.
when
Yeah.
we were younger, maybe, but nowadays, I don't go up to like any of the guys and I'm like, hey, yo, dude, let's come and sleep over. Like,
No,
I'm gonna
but,
touch
like-
you. Like, no. If anything,
No.
that's what it'd be about.
Like when you guys used to have sleepovers, like what do guys do? Because girls, like, they like, you know,
Face mask.
face mask and like, you know, gossip, whatever. Like what do guys
Do you guys gossip? Do you guys play like fuck, marry, kill?
No. Well,
Well, like what do you do? Like
I don't know, dude. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Like, I haven't had a sleepover with another guy in a long time. It also that just sounds sus to say, you know. Like, I haven't slept
no,
with
like
another guy.
or like
Like just hanging out with them.
yeah, like what do guys do during
Well, you know,
hangouts?
when we used to sleep over, we'd play video games or do stuff like that, I guess.
Okay.
But like no gossip.
No
I don't know.
gossip?
I mean, it
Like-
depends. Sometimes we just bash out other people that we just don't like. But
Didn't you break your arm?
no, that was my dirt bike and it was my collarbone. I actually used another one of my friend's dirt bikes. I hit a pothole and I flew over the handlebars. And then I ended up crushing my collarbone in my ninth grade year. And then I was out for the whole volleyball season.
Oh my god, what the okay. That's cool. So you guys don't like
I don't really know what you want to hear. Like, I don't touch them. I don't.
We like take our makeup off together.
Well,
Yeah.
you expect me to be like, okay, how about I just trim up your pubes a little bit, you know, clean that up, make that look good. I don't really do that much, you know. Like, there's no makeup to take off. There's not really any gossip, you know. If there's anything we have
That's
to say, we'll say it
boring.
in front of the person. Like, we don't really care what we say to people.
wow, so that's why you don't have sleepovers because it's boring.
Make it fun.
Yeah. Like what do you guys do for fun?
Drink. I don't know what to tell you. Drink, play
Wow.
poker, play card games.
Okay.
That's
Not much
fun.
to do.
That yeah, that sounds okay. All right, you want to ask us one now?
What do you guys do when you all go to the washroom in a group? Like, you know, like one
Like at
person says,
school?
like, I have to go to the bathroom. And like,
I've
you know what?
actually talked
You know what?
about
I
this
actually- I have to
in
go to the
another
bathroom too.
podcast.
We talk.
So yeah, we talk. We like check our like makeup
Hair.
and hair, and like
So you don't even use
take
the bathroom?
photos together.
Not really.
So
Most of the
you
time,
ask,
no.
no. You ask to go to the bathroom.
To
But
talk.
what if you actually have to take a shit and then
You
like
don't.
one of the other girls go with you? And
Okay,
they're like,
let's clear
okay,
this
so
up
are we like
once
talking
and
about
for
gossip?
all.
Like, no, I just gotta take a shit.
Girls
I'm like,
don't
poop.
poop. That does not happen, guys. Let's be honest.
And if we're going with our friends, we just go talk.
yeah,
So
most
then
of the
what
time
if you
like
actually have to go to the bathroom though? You just hold it and you just
well no, like someone will go pee and then like other girls will talk and then like, you know, you still like talk to them while they're peeing.
Yeah.
so you just hear a constant stream in the background.
And like if a girl needs a pad, you go with them.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not like what you're gonna put it on for them.
No, but
No.
you just go talk to them.
yeah, it's just fun. It's a fun time that you get to hang out in a public washroom
Or school.
or a school washroom.
Or
It's
at
fun.
home.
It's like a break from whatever
So
you're doing.
you guys like doing fun things in the bathroom.
We talk.
Okay. That's not like that. Yeah, we talk. Like we just like it's like fun.
Even at my house, like if I have to go pee,
We all go
We
together.
all go.
Yeah.
But you're at your house. What's the point? You know, like,
It's
then
fun.
they're gonna
Like-
sit in my room by themselves.
Yeah, like
okay,
it's
but what
more
if you
fun.
actually have to take a shit though? Like, you know,
And when we take showers, my friends will sit.
what?
Okay, that's I've never done that.
I've done that.
Yeah, this,
Like they'll take a shower and I'll
But-
sit like on the counter in the washroom.
you got room for another? Is that like?
No,
Is that what you guys say to each other?
No.
You just talk.
Yeah. It's just fun. It's just fun to pee and have a friend. Girls don't like to be alone. Also, like in public, like going to washrooms is scary. Like if you're in a restaurant and you don't know where the washroom is, like you don't want to go alone because
You
then it's
ask.
embarrassing.
You
It's
ask
so
that.
embarrassing.
Excuse me. Where's the washroom at? Oh, okay.
But then your friend could like tell you if your hair looks cute.
Yeah, like you need like that. Like
Reassurance.
yeah,
Can't you just look in the mirror?
You don't know.
you don't know.
What do you mean
You
you
could
don't
be
know?
wrong. You could be wrong. You needed that second honest opinion to be like, no,
yeah,
your hair
but
looks like
is
shit.
it
Fix
really
it.
honest though?
Yes.
Girls don't lie.
Yep.
That is probably like the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.
Anyways.
Like if I see someone, like if I see one of my friends with a shitty ass haircut, I'll say, "You look stupid, absolutely."
But then
stupid.
you would go
Oh.
fix
But
their
like
hair with
no,
them.
no, like trust me. Like if you actually went up to a friend and they asked, "How does my hair look?" and you say, "It looks horrible. You look stupid." You guys like won't be friends for the next 2 months.
No, that's not true. Like if somebody walks in, I'll be like,
But like if
I
something
would literally go up to them and like fix their
Fix
hair
it.
for them. Yeah.
if something's wrong,
No,
I'll
but what
tell
if
you
it's
and I'll
just, like,
fix it.
Yeah.
Unfixable. Like, would you tell them straight up?
What do you mean?
Like if
Unfixable.
What would
it's
be
so bad,
What would be
a
unfixable?
horrible haircut, like a Dora haircut, and it looks horrible on them.
No, that in that case, because like, what
You
if
would
they
tell
don't like
them.
it? No,
But-
like you would try to make them feel better about
Yeah.
it, because it's like, oh no, that sucks. That like,
But you can't
that
just lie
happened.
and say it looks good.
No, but you'll
you
be
do.
like, oh, like it's okay, you still look pretty. You know,
So you lie.
Inner
No.
beauty.
No, yeah, you lie.
inner
You
beauty.
literally just said, even if it doesn't look good, you have to say,
no,
you
no,
still
you
look
have to
pretty.
say if the haircut doesn't look good, doesn't mean the person is
It's
still
not-
not pretty. You know,
Hair doesn't define a whole fucking
yeah,
person.
yeah. They're still pretty. The hair might not be as pretty, but they.
So do
can
you
still
tell them
look
straight up that
pretty.
your hair looks horrible?
not in that
No,
way.
that's
Wow.
mean. You just be like,
You got to be honest with them.
You
So
don't-
if not, you're just avoiding the truth and you're just
well,
lying
if they
to them.
don't like it, you don't like.
yeah, like you don't make them
Well,
feel
what if
worse
they
about
think?
it.
What if they think it looks good and you don't?
Well,
think it
that's
looks
their.
good?
That's
It's
And then
not
do you
my
tell
hair.
them that you think
Yeah.
it's horrible?
it's
I'd
their
say it
life,
looks
their
cute.
hair. Good for them. Good for them if they like it.
That's right.
I'm not gonna make them feel like shit about something they like.
Yeah. What do you think about makeup on girls?
I find it. I don't know.
Like too much,
It depends on the person. Some people just look like they're wearing a full-on face mask.
and you don't like it.
Well, up to a certain point, like it depends. Like
If Kemi was wearing too much makeup, would you tell her?
yeah, I would.
What if,
Like,
like,
if
it's like
it's to
a
the
really
point-
fancy event and they want to look really pretty
And
they're
they,
wearing
like
a little
it.
bit more makeup that day? Are you gonna be like, oh, that looks ugly?
Well, no, I'd support
That's the
them.
same thing for
Like,
us girls. We're
Either
gonna
way,
be there
I
for them. Like
Yeah,
if they don't like, if we don't like what they look like, we're still gonna like reassure them.
yeah.
Same thing for you. Like
think
for
that
whatever
makes
you
sense.
said.
But yeah, like, how do you feel about makeup in general? Like, what's your preference?
I
and like,
don't really have a preference. Like, it
what have
depends on
you
the person.
heard
Like,
from
some
your
people-
friends? Like, what do they think?
Well, I don't know.
Have
We
you
don't
heard?
really talk about.
You don't talk about
The only
makeup.
time we ever talk about makeup is if we judge someone for actually wearing too much. Like we'll look at
Oh.
their face and their neck, and it's like two different skin tones, and then they
Yeah.
just look stupid.
It's true.
And I've said that about like maybe like over 20 people in our school.
Name drop.
No, let's not. Let's not. Okay, you wanna ask one now?
Does it hurt putting a tampon in?
No.
My first time, yeah.
So some girls don't like tampons. Like some girls like just prefer pads to tampons, which is like I don't like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but like when I go to bed, pads.
What's the difference?
Yeah, same. So tampon is a lot easier. So because pads is like a fucking, it just feels like you're wearing a diaper basically.
And it's
It
not
sucks.
comfortable.
It's not comfortable and like it just sucks. Especially if you're like you can't wear leggings
Yeah.
because like it will show and it looks stupid. As to like tampon, you can go swimming.
You
with
can't
it.
even feel it.
Yeah, you can't feel it. Like you don't. It's not like you feel it. Like you don't feel it at all.
Have you taken out like a dry tampon?
Yeah, that
sucks. I did it at
So
school.
that's like the worst thing ever. Taking out a dry tampon, you do not want to do that.
Because like you
It's
put it up wrong,
terrible.
and then it's like, yeah, I gotta take it out, but then it's
Yeah.
like you gotta.
Yeah. Did you know you could die from having a tampon
Yeah,
in
it
too long?
could give you like shock.
Yeah, it's called toxic shock syndrome,
Yeah.
and you can die from it.
I don't think I've
So
ever
do
heard of
not
that
leave
before.
a tampon in too long.
I don't think I've ever tried, so I think it's fine.
I'm saying for the girls out there, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
Yeah, but no.
Speaking of, we actually found a bloody tampon in the boys'
Washroom?
change room at school. No, change room at school. Like it was
Change room?
after, so the day after one of the girls' basketball games,
Oh fuck.
we had like we had a
that's
volleyball practice,
gross.
and in the toilet we see a tampon with a bloody pool of water inside the toilet, and it was disgusting,
That's gross.
and it reeked.
I don't
too.
get how people just leave it there.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed. But yeah, basically tampons don't
Tampons are-
hurt to put in and
they're-
you don't feel it once it's
No.
in. You don't feel it at all. It feels like nothing.
I used pads for so long, but like now tampons.
All right. How do guys talk to their friends about girls they like?
Well, that's a tough question to
Yeah.
answer. I don't really know how to answer that. Like it depends on the person. Some people are more open about it. Some people are just more quiet about it. Like
But like when they have a crush, do they like text you like,
Yeah, like how
I got a
does
crush?
Well, no, not necessarily. Like I don't go up like when I started liking someone, I didn't go up to my friends saying, guys, guess what? Oh my god, oh my god.
really?
Like, no, absolutely not. That's
Oh.
like it's just not something we do. We don't brag about it.
Even like your besties, you won't be like,
No, we
don't
actually
call 'em up?
It's more like we keep it from each other, and then we find out when we find out. Like I like a lot of my
That's so
friends, I
weird.
didn't even know they were dating someone until like maybe a month after.
what? Okay, well, what if like have any of your friends like come up to you and been like, and like said something about a girl?
Well, yeah, like most guys will say something like that.
Like, what do they? How do they like? How do they talk? Like, what do they say?
Well, I mean, it depends.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't even know how to explain that. Like, some people will just come out and say, "Wow, like her ass is fat," you know, and then some people agree. some
Anything
people
about her
disagree.
personality?
Well, it depends on the person. Like some people just don't really care. But I know I have a few friends who come up to me and say, "Wow, she's like really nice. Like I really want to get to know her." And
That's good. That's cute.
Aw, That's so.
I've had a few friends come up to me like that. But there's not as many who are more open about
Yeah.
talking to them. And it also depends how close you are with the person.
That's
Like
true.
that's
I'm
true.
close with most of my friends, but we're not like you
Yeah.
know that close.
You
with
guys are just
everyone.
one big group.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everyone in the group has like a few friends where
Yeah.
they're more closer with than
Yeah.
the others, and that's just pretty much it. And then those know more than others about each other. And
That makes sense. But like, what about if like one of your friends is dating someone? Like, do they still talk about them and be like, oh, like
Today
she did
she's
this,
so like she did this today,
or
and,
she
like,
looks so pretty
Well,
today?
it
Like,
depends
has
on the
that ever
topic.
happened?
yeah, it depends on the topic.
like on
if-
your like little hangouts, you guys like talk about.
Yeah. Do you guys like do like the boys talk about their girlfriends or no?
yeah, absolutely.
Aw.
But it also depends on the topic though. Like sometimes it'll be something completely random, like we're talking about like our fantasy league or anything like that, which
yeah.
I still
Oh.
haven't checked our fantasy league and like.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
It's
but
funny.
it depends on the person and the topic we have. Like sometimes we'll start talking about our girlfriends and like what we've been doing and stuff, and then we'll actually
Okay.
like say like what we've done, and like what they look like, or if you think they look good that day, or if we all go out together or not.
Okay.
Like sometimes we brag about one another to each other.
Like how? How do you brag?
Well, how would you brag about Cal to someone?
Muscles.
No, I don't know. Like I would just say like, oh, like he surprised me with this, or like,
That's what it's like for us too. Like, it's
oh.
simple enough.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know because like a lot of girls think, which is valid because we hear guys talk sometimes. Because a lot of guys they like
Well,
are
what do you
very
hear?
we like well sometimes they like are very disrespectful and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, she's so fat or some shit like that, or like
Well, because
they'll
we
be
have
like,
no shame in admitting the
oh,
truth.
all I care about is her body or like
Well,
shit
I
like
don't
that.
think any one of us actually ever
Yeah.
said that. Like any one of our group.
I feel
But
like
like
you
we
guys-
hear it. Like
Yeah, like we know some guys
Yeah.
talk like that. That's why it's like,
some people, but sometimes it's also just joking around.
yeah.
Like
yeah. But to what
don't get me
point?
wrong.
Yeah.
We
To what
say
point?
we say a lot of jokes about certain people or about certain things.
We know.
but we all know it's just joking around. Like if someone like overhears it, they might misunderstand it, but we're not actually going around like just objectifying everyone we see.
Some
Yeah.
guys do though, for real. That's why like some girls are kind of like, because a lot of guys do it for real, and they're like,
I wouldn't say a lot of guys. It's just
But,
the
like-
guys you choose to listen to or you hang around with.
yeah,
It's your own fault for like surrounding
But there's
yourself
always
with
gonna
those
be
people.
guys like that.
Exactly.
That's
It just
true.
depends who you surround yourself
Yeah.
with.
Logan, what's your biggest red flag? Like yours?
oh, that's a good one.
I can't shut up when watching a movie.
That's
I think
terrible.
I think
Yeah,
like
that's
one of
bad.
them.
I hate people like that. No offense, but
Like it's
That
actually,
shit
it's
pisses me off.
really, really bad. I have like the horrible urge to explain everything that happens for absolutely no reason. Like
It's
I
pretty
like
bad.
every
What do you-
say like sometimes I don't even watch the movie and I just pay attention to things in the background of the movie and I explain what I see like every single time I see something like maybe someone else didn't see. I always try and like brag about it.
honestly, I kind of do that too because I like to
Yeah.
look at like the background people because sometimes they're like they do
Doing
like
something
funny stuff.
stupid.
Yeah,
But it's not just that. Like sometimes
But-
like watching the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, there's like a lot of
Yeah. Back
like hidden references and stuff
yeah,
like that.
that's
And
true.
I always ended up pointing those out, and I do that in a lot of other movies where I see things of like
Yeah,
that
that's a
reference
pretty bad
other
one.
movies or stuff like that. but I cannot shut up about it.
So do you like
It's pretty
watching
bad.
movies? Like,
oh,
would
I
you
love
pick
watching movies. I watch
a
movies
movie
all the
date
time.
like with you and your girlfriend? Like,
Well,
is
it
that
depends. Like we do enjoy going to watch movies. Sometimes I try to shut up, but sometimes I just don't.
Do you
shut
ever
up.
like go to the theater? Do you talk in the
Yeah.
movie
Oh,
theater?
absolutely. Almost
Oh,
every time.
I hate-
and it's
I
horrible.
I
hate
do not like
those
those people.
people.
Yeah. Logan, I
Um,
can't believe you're
we-
one of those people. That's not good.
Me and my girlfriend went on a double date with another couple, and the whole time I did not really shut up because like I said, it's a horrible
what
habit.
movie?
I don't even remember.
Not Deadpool.
You don't remember? You were talking too much.
Don't ask. I remember watching the movie, but I forget what movie we went to go see together. Anyways, all I remember is them asking me afterwards, like, "Were you talking the whole movie?" And I go, "Yeah, maybe."
Oh my
And,
god.
yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't shut up during a movie.
What do you think your biggest green flag is
I don't know.
in a in a relationship?
Yeah. What
Well, in a
about like
relationship?
your biggest
Yeah.
red flag in
in
a
a
relationship?
relationship.
Like, what
Would
do
you
you mean
say
by that?
talking in movies too?
Oh
No,
no,
'cause
I don't-
that's
no,
like-
because then I would like talk with them. I would find that like the best.
So
thing
what's
ever.
like your biggest red flags in a relationship?
And
Well,
and
you
green
know,
flag.
It depends because I tend to ignore them about 90% of the time. And you ask anyone at certain,
That's
you ask almost
not
anyone,
good.
and they will say, "Yeah."
Girls do not like to be ignored.
No.
So,
Well, I don't ignore them, but I just don't pay attention to the red flags, or I don't notice them early on.
Okay.
Oh.
And I tend
Oh,
to.
I
just,
thought you
and
meant
I-
like you ignore
just
your
don't-
girlfriend.
No, no,
You
no, no,
just
no,
don't
no, no.
I was
never,
like-
never. I tend to be really bad at even admitting something bothers me sometimes, but it
Okay.
is what it is, right? And,
Yeah.
I just like I say, so what? It's one little thing. I move on.
Yeah.
But then it repeats to like 15 times over and over again. But I'll still say like, so what, and move on, even if it like hurts or whatever. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really
that's-
know when it comes to a biggest red flag in a relationship, but
Green flag.
Yeah. What about green flag?
I also don't know. I just.
What do you think she would say is your biggest green
Yeah.
flag?
What would Kemi say?
You would have to ask her, not me. I
Mm.
love listening to people gossip and talk
Do
about.
you?
Yes, I love hearing all the tea about the school. Because then I'm walking
Wow.
around and like I
You
look
just
at
see
someone
people.
and I'm like to myself like I know so much shit about you, you don't even know it, and it's the best thing ever.
Wow. That is so good.
And sometimes I'll hint about knowing something,
To
and
someone.
they'll give me like the weirdest look ever, like how the hell do you know that? And then I like change the subject to make it think like I never knew it, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Wow.
It's good that you like gossip though. Like she can like.
Yeah.
I would like a boyfriend that would like.
Oh, I ask her
to-
all the time to
Yeah.
tell me what happened today.
Yeah, like I would like.
what
that.
did you hear today?
Yeah.
Did like you hear any new tea for me? And
Oh my.
I ask about that all the time, and it's like
Wow.
it's like the best part of my day is listening about her day. Actually,
Aw,
I mean, that's cute.
that's good. That's cute.
What about you, Mateo? What's your biggest red flag in relationships?
In a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
I feel like you're not really that good at judging people's red flags either. Looking at your previous history.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
think
I would say
I
that.
think my biggest red. I think my biggest red flag is like not noticing the bad, and like
Yeah.
I don't
I would agree.
like when
with
I
that.
start liking someone, it's like I go straight into it. Like I didn't get to know any of my
That's
previous
true.
boyfriends. Like I've kind of met them,
I'll
and
agree
then
with
too
that.
true.
I think that's my biggest red flag. Oh, and another red flag.
Oh.
I like physical touch, but like not as much as the guys I've been with. So like that's been a red flag.
I wouldn't say that's a red.
Is that really a
that's
red
just
flag,
a
though?
For
That's-
them, that's a
Yeah.
preference.
That's
like,
a preference.
that's-
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like if you never let a guy make you think that's a red flag, because then that makes
Then
them.
that's,
Yeah.
that's on them. That's just
Yeah.
their choice. to do
Yeah,
that
I
with
guess my biggest red flag is just picking
wrong
Yeah.
people.
wrong people.
I agree. What
Agreed.
about green flag?
I don't know.
You still like to see the best in people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you see
looking
the
at-
best in
yeah.
everybody.
I see the best in a lot of people, and like I always want to include them with my family,
That's true.
like everyone. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I just like including people.
that's amazing.
What about you, Zoe? Biggest red flag?
I don't know either.
I would say
There's
your
quite a few others
biggest
that go
red
together.
flag is moving too fast.
Okay, I would say yeah. I would agree with that from in the past.
Yeah, in the past, but I think you've grown.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
agree,
In the
'cause
past, I
remember
definitely
hearing
yeah.
about a lot of it too.
Wonderful. Yeah, so in the past, I think for sure I moved too fast and stuff like that. That's true. But with especially with like Cal now, like we really like, we like took our relationship to like the like a good speed and like, so yeah,
That's good.
I agree
Well,
that
Cal's
it's grown.
smart too, though, right?
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
about picking the right person. Because some people,
That's true.
like you chose not the best people out there,
Yeah.
and it was their choice to like force themselves onto you, but you were
Pretty
too afraid to
much.
like say no
Yeah.
to them and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it depends who you choose. Like you chose
Yeah.
the right person and
Yeah.
someone who actually understands you and wants what you want. So then it's
Yeah.
it's not like a conflict of interest where if you don't want to be as physical, then
Yeah.
they won't be as physical, and they have to.
You guys kind of like grew.
And also, I would say for my green flags in relationships is communication. I'm extremely good at it. I used to be bad, but again, I grew. And I would say that is probably my strong suit.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm very good at it. Not to be like that, but it's true.
Logan.
I don't feel
Logan.
like it's that hard to just talk with someone though.
I know, but if
You have to, the other thing too is you have to be willing.
You also have to be
because-
understanding too, though. Like if you
Yeah.
just want to talk and see things from your own point of view, then you're just
Yeah.
gonna end up arguing over something
Yeah,
stupid
you need
every
to be
time.
open for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I mean. Like I'm good at seeing other people's
yeah.
point of view. Like, you know what I mean? And like compromise and shit like that. I'm good
And you
at
can
that.
keep up a conversation. Like you're good at like
Thank you.
talking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I started a podcast. Okay.
All right, yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I was wondering, like, what do you guys think about like guy best friends? Like, if you guys have a guy best friend,
Like
what,
if
like
we have a
what
guy,
do you mean?
like I don't know,
about
how do I say
having a
that?
guy best
like,
friend?
like if I'm in a relationship, how do I feel about?
Like, what do you think your boyfriend would feel like if you had a guy best friend? Like, would you lie
I think
about
it's a
it?
certain point.
I
like,
think
What do you
for
consider
me-
a guy best friend too?
my boyfriend is my guy best friend.
Oh.
Yeah, but like
I would
otherwise,
never-
like that. If you would like, do you think you would have a guy best friend?
No. I have guy friends, but I wouldn't have a guy best friend because that's my boyfriend. Like,
Yeah. Your boyfriend should be your
Yeah.
best friend.
yeah, he's obviously my overall best friend, but I wouldn't have like a guy best friend because I think that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Having guy friends is okay because it's not like I go like hang out with them
Yeah,
and stuff.
no,
Like
it's
that's
like-
weird.
It's just like that whole thing, you know, how people say about like their guy best friends, like how
Yeah.
they always like or like
Yeah.
your platonic friend or whatever.
Unless he's gay, it's weird.
Or like,
I'll say it.
yeah.
Unless it's a gay guy, it's weird.
Like if Cal, like let's say if Cal had like a girl best friend and they'd always hang out.
I would hate that
Yeah.
a lot. That's gross. Like, cause like girls should know. They're like, oh, he's in a relationship.
Yeah,
I'll
but
back off.
back
what if
off.
they don't? Like
So it's
some people
weird
just
if
don't
they
care
don't.
and like want to make a movie the way.
But if they don't
like
care,
some
I
people
hope
think
my
that they're,
boyfriend.
like they're
Stay
all
away.
that and they,
Stay
like,
away.
try and go for it.
I would talk to.
I would be
her.
mad if my boyfriend like didn't see it that it was a problem.
Yeah, that too. I would also be mad.
Like
It's
if
on both parts. They should both know
what's
there's
right, what's
a
wrong.
relationship
So you
going
agree
on.
then, like if you had a guy best friend, it'd
It'd be
just
weird.
weird. It just wouldn't
Yeah.
be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was something I was gonna ask too. How do guys feel if your girlfriend had a guy best friend? How does that make you guys feel?
You know, it depends on what you consider a friend. Like having a guy friends, sure, but having a guy best friend where you just hang out you two, then it's getting to the point where it's like, is that really a guy best friend? Like a guy friend,
Yeah.
or like I have friends that are girls, but I don't go around hanging out with them alone, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'll hang out with them in groups. Like I'll talk to them in groups. Like we're still friends amongst everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, but if it comes to the point where like if they're hanging out alone, if I get blown off for
Yeah,
that guy best friend, where like you don't want to talk to me because you rather talk to your guy best friend, then it's to the point where it's like, okay, like,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
what the
just
fuck
weird.
are you doing? Are you like seriously interested in me, or
I
are
agree.
you just like
I think it's not necessary.
Mm-mm. Even if it's
The-
like a family friend you grew up with and like it's a guy,
Yeah.
but
It's
like
like
you
that,
want to talk to him more than your boyfriend, just make
that guy and yourself should respect your significant other enough to like
Yeah.
be like, okay, I'm gonna distance myself because my partner probably feels
But there is
really
like
weird about this.
if my
Yeah,
boyfriend,
absolutely.
like if I had a guy friend and my boyfriend didn't let me see that guy friend like ever, even in groups, like that's also
well, then that's a different story. That's just
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that's when you just feel insecure about yourself. Like,
yeah.
and that comes along with like if a guy doesn't let you hang out with your friends too, like
then you're
even
just
if it's like
insecure.
a friend that's a girl, like that sucks. That's just
Like if you're like let's just say if I were to tell Cam like I don't want you going out with your friends tonight because I don't trust your friends. I don't trust them to like, not make smart choices. I feel like you're going to cheat on me if you go out. Like, then on my part, that's just me being insecure. That's just me being like controlling to the point where it's like, I don't trust you enough to not betray me, to not like, like to lose our trust or to be unloyal. And that's on like your own fault. That's on you.
Yeah, my previous boyfriend, I was hanging out with him, but then Chloe invited me over. So I went to Chloe's. He didn't talk to me for like a day. And it's like, I'm going with girls. Like I'm hanging out with girls.
Like you have to understand that just because you're dating does not mean like
you own me.
You own that person. Like that's not your whole life. You still have other friends. Like you still want to socialize.
We're still kids. We can hang out with we can hang out.
And it's not like you're not going to see that person again, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
We're dating.
Okay, I like
I'll
you.
be able to
We're
see
gonna
you
hang
whenever I can, right?
And like what you should do instead is literally get to know those people, become friends with those people, and then you guys can all hang out together, right? Like make an effort. Like you don't have to just be like, you know what I mean?
And even if it's your boyfriend, you still have to make time for your friends. Like it's not like all your time goes to him.
Your partner should understand that. For sure.
Yeah, and you shouldn't get mad at someone for wanting to hang out with a friend rather than your own significant other.
To a point though, if it's like you're hanging out with your friends all the time, not even paying attention to your partner, that's when it's like, okay.
Then there's something wrong. Then you're desisting for a reason, right? Like you're trying to avoid like a question they want to ask or to avoid an awkward situation.
Yeah.
There's always like a certain point.
But there's a balance, right? And you have to like understand that. Like,
because if you like just take if you were to just take Cal and never let him see his friends again, well, then it's to the point where like you're not letting him have his own life, right?
And then his friends aren't gonna like you.
For sure.
Then no one will end up liking you for taking their friend away from him, right?
Yeah. So does it matter how many guys a girl has dated?
It really depends. Like if it's like 2 months, like and it's a constant relationship of just 2 months with a guy, then it's like, okay, well there's a bit of a pattern there. You've been with quite a few guys, and it's like maybe I should avoid that person. But if you're going with someone who's like dated like maybe 4 people, but like it's later on in the future, they've been together for like 2 years, like a year and a half, or sometimes it's shorter, longer. Like then maybe this is a good person, right? But it depends on like how many people you've been with. If you're known locally as a slut or a whore or someone who just goes for anyone they see, then absolutely it matters. I'm not going to go for that person. What do you guys actually think about showing affection in public, like with your significant other? Like,
that's a good question.
What do you think about
PDA?
Public affection? Yeah.
So for me, okay, obviously everyone's different. Everyone has their own opinion about this. Like guys do too, and girls. Me personally, I'm okay with it, just not at school.
Yeah.
School is the worst place to do that because it's too early.
It's so bad.
Nobody
There's so
to
much
see
PDA at school.
I've seen it.
Gross.
I've seen people make out
in front of me too many times, and I've heard about it.
It's
and
gross.
There's even so many situations where it's just like, what the hell are you doing? You are at school.
It's like
you can see each other after school. You can see each other all the time, but you still have to do this like every time. Like
so gross.
All the time. All I see is them hugging, no matter what. Even for no reason. I see so many couples just hugging for no reason.
Or like people who like hug between each
class.
Like,
oh my god!
You see them in the morning. You give them a hug. Okay, you go to class, and then you come back from class. Oh my god, how was your class? Let's hug. Okay, I'll see you after next class.
It's not necessary.
Lunchtime, let's hug. Lunchtime's over. Let's hug.
Yeah, like leaving school, giving them like a long hug, but you're gonna see them after school.
Like
I've seen people full on make out in the middle of like where the buses are.
Yeah, I've seen people walk and kiss at the same time.
Or like if you show up to school with hickeys and you don't even try to cover it up, that's disgusting. Nobody wants to know about that. Like nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, and like grabbing like your thigh is fine, but like I see people in the calf like hold on, like
they're like feeling each other up. It's like,
it's to the point where like if you're literally like feeling them up, it's just a little too far.
It's uncomfortable.
It's so weird.
You have to realize where you are, know where you are, like, know what you're doing in front of people.
When it comes in public though, like if you're like at the mall and you're like holding hands or something, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm in public, I would rather do something like that. Like I want to show everyone like, okay, yeah, I am with this person.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay away, right? Like we are dating.
It's just like comfort too. Like if you're like you just like to hold on.
For sure. That's why I think that's fine. But at school,
it's
really
we're
not.
at school.
It's
we're
not
here every
necessary.
day.
It's unnecessary when you're at school. It's not something you should be doing.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Matea.
On PDA?
Yeah,
Or
what,
just-
what do you think about PDA?
Yeah.
Like, do you have like any
I
personal
think
experiences
same
about it?
thing. Like it's the same thing. Like there's a certain point, like everywhere you are. Like school, no. Like I hate the hugs every time. And long hugs. You're gonna see them after
It's
school.
so
bad.
You're probably
it's
gonna be in the
hard to
same
see.
car as them in 10 minutes. You're gonna
Oh,
drive
yeah.
home together, and you're like making everyone know that it's like we all know you're dating. But like
Yeah,
in
like,
public, it's
Well, then they turn into those damn cringy ass couples, and it's horrible.
yeah.
All right, go ahead, Logan.
What is something you'd like all men to realize about women? Like one thing you want them to all understand about you guys that we just can't seem to grasp.
I know
That's
this.
a good question.
We are just girls. And like, you know, I'm just a girl. I just don't sometimes I don't know things.
Yeah, I think they should learn that we're all we're all learning right now.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna do everything perfectly.
But that goes for everyone too.
Yeah, that goes for everyone.
That goes for everyone. What else? What about girls? We want you to listen to us. Like it's important for a guy to
Yeah.
listen to girls because
I feel like most people
we want to
do.
be heard. We want to feel heard.
Yeah.
So,
It's like
yeah.
the main thing is that you just want everyone to understand.
yeah.
They just want to be
There's
listened
nothing much there's not much else.
Yeah, I feel like
It's self-explanatory.
pretty much, yeah.
No means no.
No means no.
No means no.
Yeah, that's a good Okay. How do guys feel when girls make a first move?
Yeah, do you want to make the first move?
Like, is that weird or is it like,
to. I don't think it's weird. I think it just depends on the person. I can
Okay.
say me myself, I am like god awful at making the first move. Like,
So you would rather the girl make the first
well,
move?
it's not like I'd rather
But,
them
like,
do it. Like
it would be-
eventually I would do it, but if they do it first, then it's like, oh, okay, that's fine
Yeah.
with me. Like there's nothing wrong with a girl making the first move.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're disgraced for it or anything.
Mhm.
If I want to be honest, I don't even know who made the first move between like me and Cam. Because I'm
okay.
like even like the first time hanging out or anything, like putting my arm around someone, I get very like skittish, like to the point where I literally like I shake out of
Oh
nervousness.
my
Like,
God.
I get so nervous
Wow.
hanging out with someone, my face will twitch. Like
Why do guys get so nervous? Like, what do you, like,
But I guess like the guys just know that the girls are expecting them to do something.
yeah, so it's like, why are you so scared? Because obviously if the girl wanted to hang out, like,
She wants.
She wants
but
something.
There's also the thought, like in every guy that, and they just like, well,
Yeah.
what if they don't like this? What if I shouldn't do this?
Oh
What
Like,
if I'm moving too
God.
What if I'm
fast?
moving too fast? Like,
guess.
and
What if I'm
eventually,
moving
there's
too
just like a
slow?
million different things
Guess,
that like
yeah.
people think about like at the time, and it just depends on the person. Like some people are
That's
more
true.
outgoing and more confident, and they're like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But
It's
some
true.
people,
That's
like
why it's good to
myself,
get
it's
to
just
know the
like-
person first and know
Yeah.
what they like.
That's true. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
look
like, it's-
for in a girl? Like, sorry,
No, go ahead.
interrupted. What do you like when you see a girl? Like, what's the first thing you like look for? Like personality wise.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tough question. I actually have to really think about that one. I'm not even sure, to be honest. Like when I talk to someone, it really depends. Like depends on the topic we're talking about. Like sometimes what we're talking about, it's like we talk about something completely random, and it's like, well, that doesn't really tell me tell me much about you. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but if like one thing I would really like in a girl is someone who's like easily outgoing, like someone like easy to talk to, right?
Okay.
Someone who's like not scared to put themselves out there or not scared to be friendly with other people.
All right. And last question of the day. Why do a lot of guys not like to cry or show emotion? Like,
Just,
especially in relationships.
I mean, it depends on the person. Some people are more open to crying in front of other people. Sometimes it's just like in a relationship, you see yourself as the man in a relationship. You see yourself as like, you know, someone who's like the stronger person in a relationship. Like you have to be the one who's like always there for the other person. So you don't want to always like dump your own problems onto like your girlfriend, because you just feel like you should be the one there to take care of them and not vice versa. It's just a thing like every guy thinks about. Like if I cry in front of this person, I feel like I'll just look weak. It'll just look pathetic to her, and I just don't want to look pathetic to that person. And
But
I think
like,
that's what most guys
to
think about.
girls-
Is just they don't want to show that they're weak, right?
for girls, though, like, they also want to be there
Yeah.
for, like, them, you know? Like, Because
they want to show they care too. Like, they don't want it
Yeah.
all. Like, they like it that
Yeah.
you care, but they want to show that they care too.
Yeah. Because, like, I like to comfort people. So, like, I don't want you guys to just, like, cry for nothing, obviously. But, like, if there's something you need to talk about, like.
Even just communicating.
Yeah.
Like, even
for
if you're
sure.
not crying. Just talk
For
about your
sure.
day.
Yeah, well, like I said, it depends on the person. Some people are more open than others. Some are more
Sure.
like, closed off, and sometimes some people you just never see cry, or it'll be like a rare thing to see them cry. But
Yeah.
most guys just won't cry in front of their girlfriend because it's like, I don't want to show her that I'm weak. I don't want her to
Yeah.
feel like, I don't want her to look at me and see like a pathetic man. I don't want her to leave me to look like, because I look pathetic. That's what I think most people would think.
I feel like girls don't think that, though. I know a lot of guys, like, that's how
like
they
in,
think.
in
But
their mind, they're like, that's what
Yeah.
they
Honestly-
think. And I think
honestly-
a lot of people are like that. I can say that for sure. Like, a lot of people do think about like that.
anyways, I think that wraps it up for the day. So, thanks for coming on, guys. Say bye to the camera.
Peace.